Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big for One Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 127 of winning a national championship with every team in the game. If you guys have missed any of the episodes, up in the right hand corner will be a playlist from episode 1 to 127. But if you're unable to watch those videos, I completely understand. Down in the description below will be a record of every team that we have done so far and their season they eventually won a national championship. Obviously, we only got a couple teams left. There's only 134 teams in College Football 25. Obviously, that grew to 136 in College Football 26 because Delaware and Missouri State got added into the next game. So we only have a couple more teams. So let's spin the wheel and let's see who needs to win for this episode. And we are finally finishing the Big Ten. This was the one that was there for a while. And we're going to Penn State. Penn State is going to be the team that we do here. And, yeah, I mean, the Big Ten was about to be done for like so long, and Penn State was the final team to finally get picked. And, of course, they're a really good team. They're an 86 overall. They have very good sims. We have an architect head coach. They've been very, very good the last couple of years. They're, one of the top teams most of the time. And yeah, we'll have to see how we do with them. But taking a look at our coaching abilities, of course, we do have legacy as well for the architect, mostly for the offense, especially for skill caps for most of the offense. We also have master motivator. We do need the one boost for offensive line, but that's it though. And we also have elite recruiter, mostly for the offense. Our offensive coordinator also has elite recruiter, same offensive side, and tactician as well. And our defensive coordinator does not have elite recruiter, but does have the defensive side for upgrades and everything, and has scheme guru as his upgrades and everything. Taking a look at the roster-wise, they've been pretty good. Winston Jr. is a 92 overall, along with Tyler Warren. Abdul Carter is very, very good. Singleton's very, very good. Drew Aller. Katron Allen, Dennis Sutton. I mean, this team is very, very good and will be for a couple years. We just need to win a national championship with them at any point in time. I think really the only one side that could use help is Cooper Cousins is there at center. I mean, the offensive line is decent. But we're going to be losing a lot of our players, though, due to the draft and other stuff like that. But we'll just have to do everything there. I totally forgot to check if we do need a kicker punter in this recruiting class, and we do not. So it's pretty much going after whoever we want. But anyways, I'm going to be back after season 1 here with Penn State. So here we are at the end of season number 1 here with Penn State. We go 10-2 here on the season, having to play Oregon in the Big Ten championship game. But it was a really solid season. We actually lost our first 2 games against West Virginia and Bowling Green. Then we won out. Kent State, Illinois, UCLA, USC, Wisconsin. We actually beat Ohio State, Washington, Purdue, Minnesota, and Maryland. And now we're going to face Oregon. Again, they're going to be a tough team to beat, but I think even if we do lose, we should go into the college football playoff. I think our coaches are pretty much going to stay just because we have some very good coaches. Now, we'll have to make sure we check just to be sure they don't get hired somewhere else and we have to, hire someone else to be in that role. But hopefully in year number 1, we can at least go into the college football playoff, but we'll have to find out here. We actually won. We went 11-2. We defeated Oregon in the Big Ten championship game. So we have won 11 in a row, and we'll get a bye going into the college football playoff. So we will gladly take it. Jalen Milroe wins the Heisman Trophy, though. 3,600 yards, 34 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. And, of course, we do get that coveted bye week. Boise State, Utah, Georgia, Liberty, and Penn State are the automatic qualifiers, with Alabama, Michigan, Oregon, NC State, Notre Dame, and Clemson, Texas A&M are the at-large bids. So, yeah, I mean, we'll gladly take it, obviously, because very nice season, and we got a nice little bye week. Everyone gets to heal up. We're going to be playing Clemson, though, in the Rose Bowl. So hopefully that we can get a win. No one got hired anywhere else, so that's some good news. Alabama, of course, beat Boise State. That was obviously going to happen. Oregon beat Michigan. Notre Dame beat NC State. And Clemson won 21-17 over Texas A&M, and they had to come back from 18 18 points in the second half for Clemson in that game. So this one will be a tough one, but hopefully we can get it done. So let's get started here against 11-3 Clemson. And we're almost the exact same overall. We have a better offense. They have the better defense. So hopefully we can take advantage of it and be a little better. Hopefully. Key word is hopefully. Starting on defense first. The defense gets a stop. The offense, unfortunately, gets stopped as well. But our second drive is hopefully doing something here in the second quarter. And we do get a field goal and a touchdown in the second quarter to go up 10-0 till Clemson scores a field goal. And then we get one as well. And it's 13-3 at the half. We start with the football in the second half, do nothing with it until pretty much our next drive. And we were up 20-3 here on Clemson. And now we're up 27-3. And Penn State up 27-9 here in about with a minute left to go. We'll probably allow we allow another touchdown with zeros on the clock, but Penn State will be moving on. A 27-16 win over Clemson. And now we're just one win away from another national championship appearance. And hopefully we can get it done, because that'd be cool. But all in all, we'll have to see who our next matchup is going to be, because we'll have to play the teams in front of us. But advancing to next week, and let's see who we have to play. Obviously, we're going to get some Player of the Week awards. We may not get any at all, because Oregon is still playing as well. We do get the Defensive Player of the Week, but 2 sacks on the game, so good for him. He also won National Defensive Player of the Week, so we'll gladly take that as well. But we'll be playing Notre Dame in the Orange Bowl. So another tough opponent. They are undefeated. Oregon destroyed Georgia 56-10. And Alabama-Oregon will play the winner of Notre Dame and Penn State in the national championship. So whoever wins this will go to the national championship. Well, let's get started here against undefeated Notre Dame. And they were the exact same team. Just they have a little bit better of a defense. So exact same overall last week against Clemson, and pretty much the exact same overall this week here against Notre Dame. And hopefully we can pull off another win. Starting on defense first, just like I believe last game, but we allow a quick touchdown. I think we did. We started with the ball in the second half. We're down 10-0 though here in the first quarter, and going into the second, our offense just hasn't really done much. It's only down 10-0. The defense holds just before half. And I don't think we've touched their side of the field yet. Now we do. We get a touchdown. We're only down by 3. Even though we haven't really done much today, the defense has held strong. And of course, we get a 3rd and 11 and can't get a first. 4th and 13, we get off the field. We do need a field goal to at least tie the game. We're at the 30-yard line. Now we get pushed back. And we tie it up with 1:40 to go. But Notre Dame is already on our side of the field. They kick a field goal with 30 seconds left. Our season is going to end in the Orange Bowl. A 13-10 loss on Notre Dame. So, unfortunately, not a one-and-done season, but Penn State is still a very good team. Just, unfortunately, Notre Dame stopped our offense, and they got that extra field goal at the end of the game to pretty much put it on ice for us to take a loss. For the first time in 12 weeks as well. Which is, or even 13 if you count the buys or something like that, technically. But all in all, we'll advance, I think, 2 weeks here. I think I only did 1 on accident. But so far, our coordinators have not been gone. Abdul Carter won the Defensive Player of the Week and National Defensive Player of the Week as well. Unfortunately, he does not go into pretty much the NFL without a trophy, unfortunately. So, but yeah, we do go up in pro potential as an A-. Coach stability is down to a B+, but coach prestige and athletic facilities is up because we are a 4.5-star school, and only one person really wants to transfer out. So, but it looks like Oregon wins it all over Notre Dame, 35-25, and we beat Oregon too in the Big Ten championship game. So hopefully we can do it again next year, but we just got to be a little bit better wise going into season 2 here with Penn State. So here we are in season number 2 here with Penn State. We go 10-2 here in the season 2. We have to face Oregon, who went 12-0 in the Big Ten championship game. But still a pretty solid season. We lost our third game of the year to Alabama, who ended up going 9-3 and ranked 9th in the nation. After that, we won every other game. We beat Ohio State, Michigan State, Nebraska. We ended up losing to Oregon, the same Oregon team. So hopefully we can go in and try to win another one. Have to see. And hopefully, even if we lose, we're still going to go to the college football playoff because we've lost the number 1 seed. Did you just get 6,000 XP? We actually won. We are 11-2 on the season. And that means we win the Big Ten championship game in back-to-back seasons here with Penn State. And we're going to have a bye in the first round again. Singleton gets 18 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. A solid game from him. Avery Johnson, though, wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,500 yards, 31 touchdowns to 4 interceptions on the season. We'll take a look. We won 31-21. Did I just read that right? Did we just win 31-21? We did win 31-21. So we'll take that. And that means we can now go ahead and check the bracket as well. Miami, Boise State, Penn State, Oklahoma, and Kansas State with the automatic qualifiers, with Oregon, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, and Clemson, Texas Tech as the at-large bids. So we're going to get the winner of Florida and Georgia. I'm really hoping that we get Florida, but that's what it is. But we're probably going to get Georgia here. We will. So it'll be us against Georgia in the Rose Bowl. Pretty sure Oregon also won. They won. Georgia won 39-27. Oregon won 23-3. Alabama beat Texas, and Clemson beat Texas Tech. So this will be a fun one here, with a very tough matchup because Georgia's always tough, and we have to hire staff, and we have to hire a defensive coordinator. Why did our defensive coordinator leave? We'll go this guy, I guess. And he's our same defensive scheme, 4-2-5. So that's actually perfect. But anywho, it's going to be a tough one here against a tough Georgia team. Let's get started here against 12-2 Georgia. And they are a 90 overall team. We are at 91, so we have the overall advantage. We're probably going to have an overall advantage for most of these games here because we just have a very strong team at this point. But we still got to play. They're not going to go down without a fight. We're going to start on offense first here in this one. And our first drive ends in a punt. Georgia's first drive ends in a touchdown. So they take a 7-0 lead and have the football to start the second quarter. Defense gets a stop, though. We also get a turnover, but nothing doing. Now we finally get a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game up 7-all. So the defense has played well. Now the offense takes their first lead of the game until Georgia reties it. But we force a turnover after a field goal. And we get a touchdown. We're up 2 scores with 6 minutes to go. Georgia having the football, down by 10, and then we get another turnover. The turnovers have been big because they have turned us in another turnover on downs this time, and we've all of a sudden blown it open. A 20-point lead. We can just go ahead and fast forward here. We did allow a touchdown, but it does not matter. A 34-21 win over Georgia. And Penn State's going to be moving on to the semifinals. You can say this was a dominant game by the defense. Yeah, they allowed a touchdown on the first drive. But then after that, they forced what? 3? They forced 4 turnovers on the game. And it was all interceptions by Stockton. He threw 4 interceptions. Who had the 4 picks? So that's a sack. Oh, that's Georgia. Whoopsies. There we go. Winston Jr. had 2. Harrison had 1. We got him in the transfer portal. And Rojas had 1 as well. And he was Harrison was the corner transfer from Kentucky. So, we'll gladly take that. We're moving on. So now we're just 1 win away from going to the national championship. And hopefully 2 wins away from having another team down here in this series. Which, of course, we're on the final stretch of it. So we're going to be playing Oregon the Fiesta Bowl. We've split the series so far this year. They won the first one, we won the second one, and now it's the third one. They've scored 23 points in each game. Alabama and Clemson awaits the winner of Oregon and Penn State. So we just got to find a way, get a win here, and move on. So let's get started here against 14-1 Oregon. We give them their only loss on the year, and they're an 88 overall compared to our 91. So again, we still have to play well. Oregon is a very good simulation team. But hopefully our defense and offense can play well enough to get a win and move on in the national championship game here with Penn State. But we're starting on offense first here in this one. And the offense goes down and turns it over. But the defense gets a stop before Oregon gets one as well, and they will take a 3-0 lead here in the second quarter. And now it's be that same way at the half. So both defenses have played well. And we'll finally put up a field goal to tie the game up 3-all going in the fourth quarter. Oregon is in territory, and they get a touchdown. Now we need to drive to score a touchdown to tie the game, and we do. So both teams, after not scoring a single touchdown at all in the first 3 quarters, have both put one up here in the fourth. Defense gets a stop. All we now need is to get into field goal range, and we have all 3 of our timeouts. We do get a first down. We're at the 30-yard line. We kick a field goal to win it. And Penn State will be moving on with a 13-10 victory here in the Fiesta Bowl. And will be moving on to the national title game. I mean, we didn't do anything in the first half. We put up 13 points in the second half to get us the win. Along with a field goal to win it, too. But again, still got one more to play. And it'll probably be a tough one as well. But Penn State is a very good team. You never know what can happen here. Of course, we're obviously going to get some of the Player of the Week awards since us and Oregon were the only 2 teams playing. Josiah Brown, freshman wide receiver, 6 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. We'll take that all day. And we'll be playing Alabama in the national title game. So we're going to be playing the 2 teams that gave us our losses early on, with Oregon having one of our losses and Alabama having the second one. And they beat Clemson 42-40 in overtime. They scored 31 against Texas, 27 against Oklahoma, and then 42 against Clemson. But again, that was in triple overtime at least, with 11-9 victory. And Clemson came all the way back and scoring 18 points in the fourth quarter to tie the game as well. So this will be a tough one here against a very tough Alabama team, but let's see how we do. But let's get started here. 12-3 Alabama, national championship. And Bama is we're the exact same overall. Both teams are 91 across the board. They just got to find out how the simulation is going to roll here. So hopefully we can get a solid win. We're starting on offense first. The offense punts, and we get a turnover on defense, but nothing doing here for both sides after quarter number 1 until we get a field goal to start the second quarter and a touchdown. So we take a 10-0 lead. We get another turnover, but can't get anything with it at the end of the half, so it's still 10-0. Second half now, Alabama starts the football, can't do anything with it, and still nothing going for Alabama until the final play of the third quarter, where they make it a 3-point game. Defense for Alabama forces a 3-and-out, but our defense also gets a 3-and-out. And now we get a couple of big plays to get at least a couple yards here. Now they got to start from their own 1, and we get a safety. And we were up 5 points, but unfortunately, again, can't do anything with the football to try to extend the lead. Alabama does need a touchdown with 6 seconds to go, and they don't get it. And Penn State will win the national championship here in Season 2. We haven't had a second season team in a long time. It's usually been 3 or 4 here recently, but Penn State 12-7 win over Bama will be a national champion. And that is another team down. We're getting very, very close to the end of the series, with Penn State raising up the trophy. I like how it said it was 10-7. It definitely wasn't 10-7. They missed the safety, apparently. But oh well, I guess. I mean, it's still a win, obviously. But just a weird score. It says that it's 12-7, so that's really weird. But we'll check out the stats, of course, before we head on out. Drew Aller, 3,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So pretty good season from him. Singleton, over 1,400 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns. Aller also ran for 452 and 2. Allen, 397 and 6. Clifford, 173 and 3. And Hemby, 107 and 2. Receiving wise, Brown had 853 and 12. Clifford, 684 and 9. Wallace, 445 and 6. Singleton also added 362 through the air and 2 touchdowns. Cross, 345 and 1. Reynolds, 216 and 1. And Dinkins had 1 catch for 2 yards, but it was a touchdown. That's cool. Defensive-wise, Kobe King led the team with 82 tackles. Carter had 17 tackles for a loss, so he stayed with us and is now a champion for it, too. Dennis Sutton had 12 and a half sacks to lead the team. Robinson also with 10.5 with over 10. Harrison had 6 picks to lead the team. Even Abdul Carter also had a pick as well. That's kind of wild. We had a lot of interceptions this year. We did force a good amount of fumbles. Robinson was the team leader, and then Rojas and King led the team with fumble recoveries. We did have multiple blocked kicks. This is actually one of the most I've ever seen in one of these simulations. Apparently, it didn't count our safety because we should have gotten a safety, but I don't know who got it. But we did not have a defensive touchdown. Kicking-wise, Meyer did miss 2 from 50, but that's about it. That's the only kicks he's missed all season. We missed those 2. Punting-wise, we had 2,600 yards, 10 inside the 20 and 12 touchbacks. Not a great season for our punter. And we did have a punt return touchdown, but not a kick return touchdown. That's going to end the episode there. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It is free. Really helps out the channel. Also, we're getting very, very close to College Football 26. I think we're about a week away, less than a week away. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. We should see a community post probably deciding which team I should use for our first dynasty on the channel. But once we get closer to College Football 26, I will probably set up a schedule on what videos you will see during the week. But anywho, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.